Hi, this is Shaman Weaver Sheila Baker. So I pulled a tarot for myself tonight, and it is the Queen of Wands. So what we notice about the Queen of Wands is this long sword here. We also notice down here that there is butterflies, and butterflies are all about transformation. So, and a little Cupid in the middle. So some love with the airy side. Hey, Julie. Hey, Anita. Hey, Rachel. Okay. So this queen is one who says, I have an idea and we're going this direction. So there's no indecision here. It's, I saw this, I thought this, and we're going. So it's, it's a moving forward. So that's the overview for me for tonight. Let's find out what's for you. All right. Anita, here's one for you. Oh, it's time to party down. So this is the party card of the whole entire deck. It's honoring the Mother, Maiden, and Crone. And it's all about the emotional life, the here it is. It's the celebration of life. So that we can all do this. Okay, there you go. Hey, Gypsy. Hey, Bridget. Hey, Tora. Teresa, Talisa, Molly, hi you guys. All right, so this is for Bridget. Okay. So there's a quest going on here, and it's for something in the body, mind, and spirit, bringing that together. The thing about the wands is that they're passion, fire, drive, and connection to the divine. So this horse and rider are not standing around waiting. They are in action. So they're also being inspired by Mercury up here, right? And look at the wand over here. It's got lots of lovely new growth on it. Hey, Katie. Oh, Kathy, Gulam, Amy, nice to see you all. Okay, so there's a quest going on here to bring the body, mind, and spirit into your mission, because lizards wake up your dreams. And so there's a dream that you've got that, Bridget, that you are, I think you're missing somehow. So get yourself a dream journal. And at night, say to yourself 10 times, I remember my important dreams, and say that 10 times, and then go ahead and fall asleep. Keep your journal and your pen next to your bed, and in the morning when you wake up, just write that down. So there's a little tip for you. Tora, this one is for you. Oh, look at these beautiful queens. So I got a queen, and Tori, you've got one too. We should get our queens together, right? Yours is about the practical world, money, property, tangible things. And down here, I'm going to put it up close. Down here, you can see that there's a bull. And then over here is a ram. So it's really using that earth energy, the Taurus energy, to manifest. Now, queens do not run out there and work in the field. They are responsible for the people. The king keeps them all safe. The queen nurtures them. So this is a consideration of nurturance. But Tora, what I'm going to say about this is about you nurturing you. So there you go. Yeah, Queen Tree Party. Great idea. So there you go. All right. Molly, this one is for you. So if you're signing contracts, hey, Nancy, this is not wine. This is sparkling water. Oh. But Molly, if you're signing a contract, be mindful of the small print. Sometimes when I see this card, what I know is that I'm keeping some information from myself. Now, I may not know what that information is, because otherwise, why would I be keeping it from myself? But if you have noticed that the last little bit of time has really been fraught with aha moments, and those things where you're just like, whoa, really, I believe that. And so be mindful of that, because some of this may be going on for you, and it's not, oh, and P.S., it's not meant to bring you pain, okay? There you go. All right, Gypsy, I'm going to go over to this side over here. A wake-up call. It's the 20. Major Arcana, God, Goddess, the big chicken in the sky, attempting to get the message across. You will not be able to miss this. And the reason I'm saying that is, look at the bottom down here. This is Gabriel blowing his horn 7 times, right? Okay. So it's enough to wake up the dead. So if that's so, and as far as I can see, you're not. So you'll know that you can't miss this one, okay? And be mindful where you see 2s around in your life. So there you go. Tammy, this one is for you. Another major arcana, the moon. So this says that emotionally things are kind of out of balance. Well, like that's a big yahoo, right? Haven't we all noticed that? So, however, you're sitting between the 2 towers that we see so often in the tarot and the moon cycle here. So be mindful of the next moon cycle and how it is that you can come into more spiritual balance, into more, it's more than just spiritual balance. Oh, all right. So here's what just came through. You're going to need to steep in your emotions. So I don't know what that means, but I bet you do. Okay. Look for signs about that. Amy, this one is for you. So a message coming from in the mental realm. So a new idea, or not necessarily a new idea, but maybe an idea that you thought about like 5 years ago, kind of put aside because you weren't quite sure how to manifest it. But that idea is coming back around. So watch for that one, because it's a big idea. And you put it aside. Hang on. You put it aside because you're like so many of the rest of us, we don't know how. And so we stop ourselves. So watch for that one. That ought to be fun. I want to hear about that. Kathy, this one is for you. So, one of the cool things about pulling cards for you all is that as time goes by, you let me know what it meant to you. And it's really lovely to see that just one card can have an impact on your life. So can you imagine what a whole reading would do? So if you've been wanting to have one of those, just message me and we can get together. We do it on the phone, and I can record it for you. I pull the cards for you, and I'm pulling the cards for you right now, so you know that it works. So if you want a more in-depth reading, just send me a little message. All right. So Kathy, this one is for you. Justice. So something is out of balance, and there's a big old sword over here that is going to cut that away. And so swords are about thinking. So sometimes, I found myself doing this the other day. I was driving along on my way to somewhere, and I was thinking, well, I'm going to say this, and they're going to say that, and this is going to happen over here. And then, I had the whole thing all played out in my mind. I may as well have just stayed home and had tea by myself. So what I did was I stopped myself, and I said, you're rehearsing. So for all of us who rehearse, and if you don't, I want you to put your name over there, and we're going to have tea and talk about how you got to that place. So how I got to that place, even though obviously it pops up now and then, I got there by creating a rehearsal room. So the rehearsal would start in my head, and I would go, oh, okay, there's a rehearsal room. It's down a hallway. You turn right after the 14th door around this direction. You go down another hallway, and there you'll find a room. There's a play going on. They're rehearsing. They need people like you. So all the rehearsers in my head, down the hallway, turn right, and away they went. So this takes a while, but it's very entertaining. It's way more entertaining than the rehearsing that's going on in your head. So I invite you to find one of your angels, because we all have them. Ask them to do some directing and allow them to take the rehearsers, so that when you actually get somewhere, you haven't gone through the whole conversation. You're fresh, you're engaged, and you're right there with people. So, meanwhile, back at your card, that was a lot of stuff to say in there. So it has special importance for you, but it's also really important for the rest of us. So if things are out of balance, cut away the thinking that's making you crazy. And now is a really good time to do that, because things are very chaotic. They seem emotionally disturbing. And so it's a great time to just like take a breath. So there you go. Hey, David. Hi, Tina. Sandy, nice to see you. All right. Gulam, this one is for you. Accolades for a job well done. So if you haven't been noticing this, if no one has said, wow, you're doing great, be prepared for people to notice what kind of great job that you're doing. Even little things like them just going by and saying, hey, thanks for that, or you dropping by and dropping off something that they asked you to do. So there's going to be, there's going to be engagement there, because people are aware of what you're doing. They're not just aware, but they appreciate it, even though it doesn't always get spoken out. So there you go. Hi, Heidi, Diane, Keith. Nice to see you all. And Shalise, am I saying that right? I hope so, because I think that sounds just beautiful. You got the Emperor. This is number 4. Number 4s are about rest and relaxation, recuperation. Now I'm going to put it up close, because you can see that the Emperor here comes from love. See right there? But has that ram energy and is absolutely ready to jump up and go to battle for you. And it comes from love. So when I see this card, I get curious about our ability to know that we don't have to bite, that we can growl, and then we can stand our ground. So, wow, that was good. All right. Hi, Tian and Marcy. Nice to see you. Marcy, this one is for you. Okay. Thoughts and ideas. And, and actually stagnation. Because if you look at this card, I'm going to put it up close for you. If you look at this card, you can see that she's bound, but she's not well bound. If she stepped over, she could wiggle against one of those swords and cut loose. Oh, there you go. It's time for you to cut loose. Well, enough said about that, right? So with this card, it's about the way that you're thinking. There are no lateral moves. You can't move, you can't move, you can't move, you can't move. You can only regress, or you can progress. And you are being bound by these thoughts and ideas. You know, earlier I did a little teaching on removing blocks from your passion, your purpose, your happiness, and your bliss. So if you're blocked like this, on two sides she's blocked, and by ideas. And these ideas aren't even her own. They're stuck in the ground, and she's bound by them. So that's a great lesson for all of us. What thoughts and ideas are we bound by that aren't even ours? Oh, I love it. That's great. There you go. Nancy, this one is for you. Ah, and just to piggyback on what I was just saying, because I do believe, yeah, 2 8s in a row. All right, so this is for all of us. When something like that happens, that two of the same number pop up, it's yes, personal, but it's also intrapersonal. So this is for all of us. The old emotional way didn't work. It isn't working, and it ain't gonna work. So it's time for us to all of us to do something different. You know, it's like we're the one that that we've been waiting for. We're the ones we've been waiting for. What the heck are we waiting for? Have you actually thought about that? You know, I mean, if you don't do something different today than you did yesterday, you're going to be in the same place that you were the day before, and that you're going to be tomorrow. So why not switch something up? And as you go to do that, you know, don't switch up 14 things at the same time. Switch up one thing. You know, like let's say that you get up and have, let's say you're me, and you get up and have oatmeal every morning. Get up and have something else. You know, I've been having bagels and cream cheese. Mwah. So just that tiny little switch has made a big difference. I feel like I have freedom. You know, I'm not stuck in the winter mode of hot oatmeal. So no more oatmeal, Nancy. All right. Oh, David, this one is for you. So I keep popping over here because look at this. Look at, she's here with me. She's my angel. So y'all get yourself an angel. They're very useful. And actually, if you can get a few, why not? So there you are. David, there are people around. This is a lesson card. It's a 5. Wands, passion, fire, drive, connection to the divine. There are people around you who want to help you, but they don't know what to do. So just like your angels, you have to boss them around. And honestly, you may think, oh, I don't want to boss anybody around. But when you see the results of this, giving these people structure and order and something to do that you actually appreciate, you're going to see that your life just expands like crazy. And so do it from a place of fire and passion. Get excited about something and get people who are also excited about it to engage with you. So there you go, David. Nice to see you. Tina, this one is for you. Wands, more wands. So passion, fire, drive. Tina, you initiated something a while back. It crescendoed, and now it's on its way back down. It hasn't landed yet, but things are moving swiftly. So go ahead and watch for that one. There you go. Hey, Carrie Jo. Hey, Angelica. All right, Sandy, this one is for you. 9, the number of completion. Swords, thoughts, and ideas, the mental realm. So whatever thinking you have been doing has put you into despair. You know, so often the way that we think brings us down. And there's actually a wonderful book. It's called Excuse Me, Your Life is Waiting. And you know, I used to know the woman's name, but I can't.
Lynn Grabhorn.
See, there you go. Angelic help already. Lynn Grabhorn. She's a total curmudgeon. And so if you listen to her, it's wonderful because she's like that. But what she says in there is that if you can hold the uplifting feelings for 16 seconds, they anchor in your body. 16 seconds. Now, I'll bet every single solitary one of us can go and find a crappy story that happened to us 20 years ago, right? Did one just pop into your head? But a great story, and we can tell it, and we have told it thousands of times. But a great thing that happens, we can't even hang on to it for 16 seconds. That's just sad, don't you think? Because if you can hold on to it for 16 seconds, you can begin to actualize that in your life. So let's all do that. And this person here is about to do that. Coming out of despair into movement again. You're complete with that. And the next card, the 10 of Swords, is the end of a karmic cycle. So you're on the edge of this karma just being split wide open. So there you go. All righty. Hey, Clayton and Danielle, nice to see you. Heidi. Oh, a brand new way of thinking about things. A gift from the gods. And these are called yods. I'm not familiar enough with them to be able to speak intelligently about them, but go and it's a Hebrew letter, and go and look that up, because the thoughts, and this is laurel up here, and laurel was used by royalty. You know, Julius Caesar had a laurel wreath. In one of the cards here, there's a laurel wreath that is a crown. So this brand new way of thinking is going to take you to this crown, to this elevated thinking from a higher place. And then go look up the yods and see what they mean to you. And then you'll be able to move forward. Great, beautiful, brand new way of thinking. I want to hear about that. All right, Diane, this one is for you. This is a lesson here. And the lesson is that, and it's an emotional lesson. Cups are the element of water, fluidity, mutability, changeability. And what we have here is someone who is focusing on, in that downcast kind of way, what spilled. And the lesson here is lift your chin up, turn around, and look at what's still standing, because all is not lost. And where your focus is where your energy is going to go. So lift your chin up, so there your energy rises, turn around 180 degrees, and actually look back to see what's still there. There you go. Great shamanic trick for all of us. Keith, this one is for you. Oh, I'm going way over here. So, Keith, there is nothing holding you back except for the change that you are willing to allow to hold you. Okay, I'm going to put this up. See these chains here? Okay, look at that. They're huge. And they could be removed. Even the devil cannot sit on that tiny little cube. So there's nothing holding you back except the change that you are willing to allow to still be doing that. So I'm not quite sure what that means, but I bet you a little soul searching would find here something for you. So a great shamanic trick for that is to get a big old scarf, tie it around your neck, take it off. Put it back on, take it off. Do it until, honestly, your arms are tired. Just one time, I'm releasing this. And say, I release the ties that bind me. Because we're corded to everything, right? If you give your money to a cashier, you're corded to the cashier. So often, who remembers this every night, to cut all of those cords? Not very many of us. And then pretty soon we're feeling kind of like weighed down. It's because we forget that we energetically connect to one another. So, let me go tonight. All right. So Keith, that one's for you. Tian, this one is for you. The Queen of Cups. Lots and lots of love. She's actually kind of fixated on her love. Okay. So just zipping right through. You're holding on too tight. So I don't know what that means, but you probably do. All right. Carrie Joe, I'm going to go deep into this pile here. Here we go. I want this one. Ooh. So if you've been finding yourself over analyzing, this is the card that says, give it a rest. Just let it lie for a while. It's not time to put this thinking that you've been doing into action. It's time actually to just go, you know what? I'm just going to stop thinking about that. Now, if that's a problem for you, I highly recommend putting an elastic band around your wrist. And every time you do that thinking, just pull that elastic band and let it go. We move away from pain towards pleasure. So, it's just a habit breaker. I'm not sure I want to guarantee, but if you were to do that for 3 weeks, if you were to wear that for 3 weeks, and you, I'm betting you would let go of whatever it is that you've been hanging on too tightly to. There you go. All right. Angelica, here's one for you. Hey, Ryan. Chelsea Curtis. Angelica. So, we just saw the don't think card. This says that you're on a quest. Now, there's a caution with this knight. Sometimes this knight gets himself going so fast that he's not mindful of where he puts his feet. So when you're going too quickly, even in your mind or with your body, sometimes there's not a mindfulness. So this says the quest that you're on for this idea, these ideas, this thinking, be mindful about it. So perhaps it could be that what you want to do is you want to set aside 15 minutes. But at the beginning of the 15 minutes, it's useful just to do a little alternate nostril breathing, just focusing, put your feet onto the floor, rub them around, do a couple yoga poses before you actually start engaging in this thinking. So just ground it first and then move up through your body into the mental realm. So there you go. Danielle, I've got this one for you. Curtis, you need a grouting, or do you mean a grounding? Is there an N in there? And thanks for noticing I'm a wizard. I love that. Do they have wizardesses? Okay, Danielle. Wands, passion, fire, drive. This is rising above the fray. And you'll notice, I'm going to put it up close, that this person is in balance. They have a huge, wide stand. But there's an enticement to come back in and rumble around, roll around with these guys down here. You don't need to do that. There's no need to do that. Take the higher path. There you go. Talk to you soon. All right, Clayton, this one is for you. Oh, Page of Cups. Something something from the unconscious bubbling up into consciousness. See, this is supposed to be a dolphin, and it's jumping out of the cups. So and this is a message for you. And you know what I'd say? It's a rise of consciousness. There you go. All right, Curtis, this one is for you. Here you go. Apparently there's been some moments of indecision recently, or maybe not just recently, but moments of indecision. This card says, I'm going to put it up close. There you go. Okay. Everything that is in these cups is an illusion. There are many choices. So when I see this card, I say, choose one. And honestly, if it doesn't work out, do it for a bit. If it doesn't work out, then just, oh, okay, great. I'm done with practicing that. On to the next one. Because you're very fortunate. You have 7 choices. You know, what I was always teaching people when I was a children and family therapist is, no, you give your kids 2 choices, peanut butter and jelly or cheese. Which sandwich do you want? Well, Curtis, you have 7 choices. So you got some peanut butter and jelly, some cheese. So, but make a decision. And, you know, we often think that our decisions are irreversible. Well, there's this wonderful thing called decommit. So I can make a decision to do something, but as the time approaches, if it doesn't feel right to me, then I give myself permission to decommit from that. And if we look at everything like that, and we approach relationships, and we approach our work, and haven't you all decommitted from a job at some point? Or got fired? Still decommitting. So, you know, learn the art of decommitting. So there you go. Ryan, this one is for you. Okay, it's the journey. Everything is going to be all right. So yeah, this is everything is going to be all right. Your problems are no bigger than a small child on a small pony. And how do I know that? Well, look at the sunflowers back here. When you see a red banner like this, it's connection to the divine. The sun is number 19. We only go to 21. So after the sun, I think, could be wrong, but after the sun comes judgment, and after judgment, the world. So you're well on your way. Divine intervention happening here. So there you go. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Mary Lisa. How are you? Chelsea. The Empress. Bound by love. That's what she is. She is, and you can see that right over here. This and her scepter up here. Yeah, fecund, pregnant with possibilities. And the desire to, the desire to do good and to take care of others. So there you go. What a beautiful card for you. All right, Melissa, I'm going way over here. Something about the practical world. A message is coming. Money, property, tangible things. You've been feeling like there's a bit of a divot. I'm not quite sure, a hole that needs filling. And this message that's coming is going to assist you in being able to do that. So there you go. And no worries that you, thanks. Great necklace. So this came from Campbell River, British Columbia, and it was in a, look at, I'll see if I can get it to shine. Look at all the little things inside. It was in a grocery store. Go figure, eh? Wacky Canadians. All right. Mary Lisa, the Wheel of Fortune. Ryan, you're welcome. Mary Lisa. We're always, and all of us, we're always spiraling in. And then there's a breath, and then we're always spiraling out over and over and over and over. So if we ever think, it's like this, you know, that I talk about, it's either bliss or it's BS. Well, there's been like a very big bunch of BS, right? So, and I found that I had to go do some really deep soul searching. And I found that my bliss was attached to something that I didn't think it was attached to. I didn't even think I could attach my bliss to that. So I had a few aha moments, which dragged into days. But bumping up against that and shifting that and going and being actually, like blown away that I had attached that, because I wasn't aware of that. Remember, we saw the Seven of Swords, and I talked about how that sometimes hiding things from yourself. We don't really go about the business of hiding it from ourselves. It's unconscious. We're told this when we're itty bitty, and then we continue to believe it. So bumping up against that and being aware that my attachment to that caused my non-bliss, that was pretty phenomenal. It really freed up a lot of energy. So I'm encouraging you all to look at what are you attached to when you're unhappy? What is it that's making you unhappy? And to just have a look at that. And then see if really you want to attach your happiness, your bliss, your passion, your fire, and your drive to whatever it is that is on the other side of that. So when it's no bliss, look, what's blocking that? What the heck am I attached to? Hey, Ed. Oh, look at this. Now, isn't that perfect and beautiful? We just talked about that. My bliss is attached to this thing here. Well, it's useful, and thank you, Ed, for popping on right now. It's useful for all of us to let that die so that something can be reborn, blossomed, and bloomed out of that. So thanks everybody for joining me tonight. I am looking for a name for my Wednesday Tarot, Nameless Wednesday Tarot. So see if you can pop something out there that would be catchy and wonderful and that you'd love to hear. So bliss to everybody. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a lovely evening. It's almost sunset. Bye-bye.